Hi, and welcome to another vlog. My name is Nichola and I'm a twin. So for today's video, I'm going to do 27 lessons I learned as 27 years old. Let's go. So I just recently turned 27 on the 2nd of December, and there's a thing called Saturn return. So when you turn 27, it is called a Saturn return. And basically Saturn return is about the planet of Saturn returning to the same position as when you were born. And turning 27 is considered very important in one's life. And the second Saturn return would be around your late 50s, I believe. I would count 27 as the first Saturn return, and yeah. A lot of people might go through these when you are approaching or in your Saturn return. You may question your choices, your career choices, where you are in life. Some people might change jobs, some people might change relationship status, and some people might completely start doing something they never done before, like completely different from how they used to live. Like for example, move to another country. The purpose of your Saturn return is to help you transform into a completely different, I wouldn't say person, but to transform you into a more authentic version of you if you were having a hard time following that path. When you turn 27, obviously it's your late 20s, you're approaching your 30s, so people would naturally incline to seek more clarity in their life and to seek more newness, I believe, if they were unsatisfied with how their life was. So yeah, that's just the gist of what Saturn return is. I have my notes with me. Okay, number 1, do not settle for anything. Do not settle for a mediocre relationship or job. What I mean by that is I'm single, and if you are too, this is for single people. I feel like I would encourage you not to settle for a half-fulfilling relationship and to not lower your standard. If you have a gist or have an idea of what you would like in a partnership, specifically romantic, then I feel like just keep going, just keep that standard. Do not lower it for anyone. Definitely be open, but don't settle. The second lesson is be selfish. I wish I could tell my younger self to be more selfish, because I used to be a people pleaser. I used to consider other people feeling above mine, and I wasn't the priorities, and my feelings and my needs were secondary to everyone else. So the lesson I learned as I turned 27 is to be more selfish and to make myself the priority, my need and my emotions. I feel like being selfish have a negative connotation, but it doesn't have to be. That saying, you cannot pour from an empty cup, so you have to learn to give to yourself first, whether that is time, that is what you want to do, your needs, before considering other people. And when you feel like you have enough within yourself and you have a little bit more, then yeah, you can go ahead and consider other people. But to be selfish isn't a bad thing, especially when you used to run on an empty cup. So yeah, that's the second lesson. The third lesson is how to set boundary. So this is quite hard because if you've never been taught to set boundaries, it could be scary, but it is something that you do need to learn as you continue with life, because there will be a lot of things that will try to cross that boundary, whether people, duties, responsibilities that aren't yours. Learn to say no, but if you're not used to saying no, when you start doing it, it will be uncomfortable, and that's okay. But the lesson here is to keep going with that. Try to say no to your family member first. I feel like that would be a good practice. If your family member, they should understand, but if not, then that's more reason to say no. To keep away built up resentments, just a thought. Learn to say no and watch how people react when they can't get their way with you. So that's also a revealing experience as well. You have to get used to saying it again and again. Yeah. Number 4, Next is learn how to be independent. And speaking from a girl who is twin, I have never been like alone all my life, even in the womb. This one is very hard as well as a twin. And independent in this case, I don't mean like go get a job, go move out, something like, it's not specifically something like that, but more of like learn how to do things alone. Like for example, eat alone in a restaurant, go to a cafe alone, go watch a movie alone, go walk in the park alone, go to the gym alone. Like doing things alone by yourself can be a learning experience, can be a growing experience, and can really give you confidence as well. It's great to be able to hang out with people, but it's also great to know that you don't need people to start doing things you want to do. Like for example, if you want to go see a movie but no one else wants to, then no problem, you can go see a movie by yourself. Yeah, I think that's quite a confidence boost as well. I find that from my experience, doing things alone made me feel quite free. Yeah. Number 5 is always try to connect to your inner child. As we grow older, we get further and further from our inner child, inner children, and the childlike wonder we have, the wishes and dreams get faded away. So make sure to always make time for your inner child and connect to that little you. For example, doing things that you love as a child, like
playing video games, coloring. For me specifically,
watching anime. It really connect me to that little Nichola because she loved anime. When I was young,
I watch anime all the time. Like since middle school to high school, I would
binge watch anime like Naruto, One Piece. And when I watch anime these days, it just reminds me of my younger self, and that's how I connect to her. Because your younger self is here to teach you that it's about having fun and feeling joyful in life, especially when life gets hard and stressful and you feel like you have too much to do, too much responsibility. Connecting your inner child is the life hack that you need, because that little you will remind you that you're here to have fun and you're here to like marvel at the world. This world isn't here to stress you out, because life is short. And
we all know we're gonna grow older and older, and we all know where we're all gonna end up at the end.
Yeah, this perspective of your inner child can help you come back to that childlike wonder and make you feel like life is worth living and having fun again. Yeah, if you're having a hard time connecting to your inner child, then one tip would be see yourself as a third person, and that third person is the child you. And if you see yourself as little you, as a child you, do you expect that little you to do everything? Ask yourself this question: would you put that pressure on the little you? The pressure that you put on yourself right now, would you put that on your child self, the little you? If not, if the answer is no, then it shouldn't be on you either. Yeah. The next one is a bit heavy, and it's learn how to grieve properly. Because I feel like grieving for me is a skill, and this skill aren't being taught in school. So I feel like you have to learn this in life school, in your life, learning how to grieve properly, because people might not notice, but you're grieving all the time in life. Grieving your past self, grieving a failed career path, grieving
your loved ones that pass away, grieving your pets if you have that, grieving
a faded away friendship. There's a lot of things, like on and on. It's crucial to take time to grieve things that have disappointed you, because otherwise it will still be in there and you would carrying around in your heart, and it would be heavy. It's like a baggage, because you never have time to grieve it or to process it. Like for example, I have to learn how to grieve my expectation for myself. Like when I was young, I have such a high expectation for myself to do this, to do that, to go to college and to achieve this, to achieve that. And after having failed my educational path, I have to learn to grieve the possibility, grieve that expectation. It disappoints me, even feel sometimes shameful about things that didn't work out and feel like a failure, but it doesn't have to be like that. Perspective shift is needed here, and when I grieve those experiences, I am able to move on and learn from my past experience. Acknowledgement and acceptance is the step to properly grieving. But there's a saying something like this: if you are accepting of something, or if you're acknowledging something and you're able to talk about it, it does mean that you have begin to move on. But if it's something that you can't talk about, won't talk about, or don't like to talk about, or don't like to acknowledge it, or in denial of it, like in denial of
what occurred, in denial of
what happened, then that's an indication and a sign that you are not grieving properly. But remember that healing isn't linear, and when you feel fine today doesn't mean that if you didn't feel fine about this thing next week, it means that you fail as grieving. It's not like that. It's just that even if sadness come up again, I'm able to feel that feeling fully and acknowledging for what it is and accepting it, and know that what didn't happen, it's like divine protection is the best possible outcome for me. What is that saying? Rejection is divine protection. So yeah. Okay, next lesson. I think this is the 7th one. Listen to your instinct, especially for women. Our gut instinct is so phenomenal. It's so amazing. It's so ridiculously on point. So if you feel like you shouldn't be here, you feel like this person feel off, you feel like this thing you're entering into feel off, this offer feel off, listen to it. And if your gut instinct say to get out of here, get out of somewhere, get out of this room, then do it. No question. And if you feel like you need to leave early, get out of there. Don't waste your time and bargain with yourself.
maybe you should stay longer, maybe you don't want to be rude, so you don't want to get out of certain place.
No, I feel like as a woman, if you feel like you need to leave, do it. Yeah. Okay, next one. It's okay to pivot direction, to change direction. So personally, this happened a lot in my life where I thought I was going to a certain direction, but as I was walking that path, I realized I need to change direction. And I feel like maybe as a society, or this kind of changing direction might feel like a failure, or feel like it's not normal, feel like you're fickle or you're not committed enough. I feel like from my experience as a 27 years old, changing is okay. Changing your mind is okay. Changing your path is okay. If you feel deeply in your soul that you don't want to do this anymore, you want to pursue a new path, then do it. Because inevitably, I believe it will happen. I feel like the first warning is the easiest. If you get again tied to that lesson, a gut instinct telling you to change path, then you should as soon as you can. Do not waste time, because it will happen inevitably, and that's not like a threat or anything. I feel like from my experience, that's a relief to know that we can always start again. We can always begin again. It's never too late. My experience is I went to 3 different colleges and I did not finish any of them. Well, I did finish a community college, but I didn't finish like the 4-year course. And for the longest time, I feel like a failure. I feel like I was fickle. I didn't commit it enough. But as I grow and learn, I realize that I'm just the type of person who can't force myself to do what I don't want to do, or force myself to take a path that doesn't resonate with me or align with where I want to go. And as of right now, I feel so happy and so glad that my younger self chose to change direction and pivot change direction, rather than stay in a path that she was not happy at all. Because this kind of saying divide direction, and I was glad I was directed to another path, which is the path of creativity and YouTube, and I'm so glad that happened. So never feel bad if you need to change direction or start something new, start a new path. It's never too late. And I think I said this before in one of my videos, as you grow, your goal will grow with you. So if your goal change and grow into something different, like you inevitably will be as well, then that's okay. Yeah, that's just natural. And it should be normalized in society rather than shame for that, I feel like. Next lesson is, I think there's a quote that goes, be in a state where you be okay, even if it's happened and even if it didn't happen. So this one, it takes the longest time for me to be in that state where I'm okay if things don't go my way, if the outcome turned out different than I thought. And my failed college experience really teach me that, because I want the outcome to be a certain way. I want this to happen. I want to have to finish my degree and get a degree, but it didn't happen. And for the longest time, I wasn't okay with that. But as I get to know myself, I realize it's not what I wanted. It's what I thought I needed to feel okay, or to feel normal, or to feel better. It's like an ego desire to show off, even get in a position where you're okay if it happens, and you'll be okay if it doesn't happen as well. To be in that state is quite powerful. That means you're free, and nothing and no one and no outcome is controlling you. It's not for a lack of desire or anything. It's just like you know you're okay either way. You know you're worth it. You know you're powerful. You know you're amazing. You know you're beautiful. You know you can try again. You know you have other million chances. Yeah, you have other options. Next lesson is always be grateful for what you have and who you are. This version of you. Gratefulness is a skill as well, also a superpower, especially when you go through a hard time, when you feel low, when you feel depressed, you feel like there's no light at the end of tunnel. One thing that gets me out of this state is gratefulness. Always be grateful for what you have. For example, it could be the littlest thing, the thing that in front of you, like water, hot water, food, electricity, a bed, a place of living, my phone, my camera, like little thing, and it would remind you that no one owes you anything. The universe doesn't owe you anything, but you have these things anyway. I think we should recognize that and appreciate what we have. I also learned that every time I feel depressed, or every time I feel like lost my hope, it's all come from the need, the desire to have more and didn't have it, the desire to gain more, to earn more, like want more and didn't have it. That's when I get into a state of why can't I have this? And yeah, that state would perpetuate like my dark emotion, the storm, and make me depressed. And how to get out of that is like this rule: when I clock myself that, oh, I'm getting to that headspace again, that ungratefulness, so I always remind myself to be grateful every day. And I did a journal as well. I write 3 things I'm grateful for every day, and it is the randomest thing, like a cup of coffee, like flowers, yeah, anything goes, because like I said, the universe don't owe you anything, but you have this beautiful flower anyway. So yeah, it's great to be grateful. It's life-saving to be grateful. I believe all humans are creative. Everyone was born creative. No one is more creative than the other. I feel like every human is creative and they have that creative power, but the difference between one artist from the non-artist is because the artists give time, energy and space for their creative size, and the one who is non-artist did not make time or did not put energy or didn't make space for their creativity side. And yeah, there is a lot of excuses or legit reason why we can't all do creative, like no time, no energy, no resources. This is the lesson that I learned, is that it is very difficult to live in this earth without being creative or to make art at all, like any type of art, drawing, painting, writing, singing. Because if you notice, every time you feel low, feel down, feel hopeless, once again, you might not notice or recognize is that the thing that gets you out of that mindset is art itself. It would be like, yes, a person, of course, but it most definitely be music, movies, books, even a painting, a piece of poetry. Art has been saving people's lives, including mine, but I don't think it's get the credit it deserves. Making art can save your life, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just like, you know, personally, when I feel low, once again, music really helped me feel inspirational again, and most of my creativities come from listening to beautiful music. And I'm so grateful for the artists who create those music, who make those music. So you never know, your creation, your art might be that for someone else, might be inspiring someone else, or might be inspiring you. So yeah, personally, my art does inspire me. Like when I make a video, like on my past video, still inspire me to this day, still give me hope to this day to continue making more art. And that's the lesson I learned, is that not creating art is very hard to live in this world. So I recommend everyone to at least make time for that. And that's also could be how you connect to your inner child as well, because most people does consume art, and it's all because someone decided to create that art. The next lesson is, there's a saying that once is a mistake, twice is a coincidence, and third is a pattern. So this is how you will spot a pattern, whether in your own life, in your dynamic with other people or situation. And if you want to not continue this pattern, this dynamic, or this like habits of yours, this is how you break it with this quote. Because when someone do something once, it is a mistake, but then when they do it again, it might be a coincidence. But if they did it a third time, it's intentional, and that's a pattern. And that's a pattern, a precedent, future course where they will do it the fourth, fifth, sixth time. And so if you don't want a pattern to start, like for example, if someone is rude to you and you notice this pattern, they're always rude to you for no reason, it's up to you to break it. If you don't want it to continue on. But if you don't mind, then the pattern will continue. So this is how you break a pattern. First by spotting it, acknowledging it, accepting it, and third by do something about it, something different. Like for example, if they're rude to you again, you can speak up or cease interacting with that person at all, or pretend not to see them or pretend like they don't exist, because in your reality no one can be rude to you without getting away with it. Because why would you let someone do that to you? You know what I mean? So let's break that pattern. This also helps with getting out of the feeling of like stagnation as well. If you feel stuck in a certain cycle, whether relationship, situation, or job, noticing your own pattern can help like break the pattern. How you want to break that pattern is don't do the same thing. Basically, it takes a bit of intentional on your part, but if you really want to break that pattern, you can. Like small new thing you can do to break the pattern that you don't like. And it's the same for the pattern you like. If you notice you like the way something make you feel, for example, if you like
the feeling you get every time you sing in your room,
why not make it a habit? And how you build a habit is by repeating patterns. Make time to sing once a day or once a week. Make it a habit, because it makes you feel good. One is burning bridges. Some people might not agree with this, but for me personally and my experience in life as a 27 years old, I don't mind burning bridges, no matter who you are, because in my experience, most people don't stay with people or be around people because they genuinely enjoy their company or want to be with that person, and it's just attachment and familiarity. And when you recognize that, you realize, wait, I don't need to be with this person, whether that's partner, friendship, or dare I say it, even family, because it's up to situation. But if you realize that, wait, I genuinely do not enjoy this company, this person company, it made me feel
gross, it made me feel uncomfortable, it made me feel disgusting with myself.
It lowered my self-confidence, it made me feel like I'm a failure, or they always make you feel shameful. It doesn't feel good, like to sum it up. So why are you around that type of people? Like the way people make you feel is very important, and it's very important to realize that you don't have to be around people who make you feel not good about yourself. And it doesn't have to be like a big explosive thing like they're a bad guy and they're being bad to me. It doesn't have to be like that. It's just accepting that, oh, this is the feeling I get when I hang out with this person, so I'm not gonna do that anymore. And burn bridges, because if you don't, it's gonna take a toll on you. And a lot of people don't do that because they do have like this fear of being alone. But if your own company feel better than being around people, then I would recommend burn some bridges. The next lesson is to be grateful for your physical body. your physical vessel. Yeah, specifically your body. Recognize that your body is a vessel. Your body is part of you, but it's also here for you, here to help you. Your body is functioning for you. You able to do anything. You are able to go after your goal, go hang out with your friend, making a video. It's because your body is letting you. Your body is functioning for you. Your body is an entire entity in itself, and I feel like respecting the way it's functioning for you, it's like mind-blowing for me, because I used to hate like taking care of my body. I think it was a chore to like
brush my hair, even taking a walk. It's like,
I don't want to do that. But I realized that the only reason I can do anything else, the only reason I can like watch anime, make art, is because my body let me, and I can function because my body is functioning for me, despite if I don't like the way it look, despite I judging its appearance. It's like, for example, I used to hate that I have a big forehead, or my skin is not perfect, and it's normal, but it's like my skin is here to, it's not here to be perfect, it's here to like protect me, it's here to function. Like my body is not here to appease me or please the trend or please the like the beauty standard or the beauty trends. It's here for me to do things I love to do, to live my life freely. It's here to function for me. It's here for me
to watch my favorite anime, drink coffee.
like without needing extra help. My body is functioning fine. There's nothing wrong, and I'm perfectly healthy for a 27-year-old, and I am so grateful for my body. That's what it's here to do, and it's doing it. It has been doing it, so I feel like it's just unfair for me to demand more or nitpicking it or try to control it when it's functioning perfectly. So yeah, that's a big realization and a lesson to learn. Next lesson is be delulu. Especially if you're a woman, but if not, that's fine too. Don't afraid to be delulu. Don't afraid to be whimsical. Don't afraid to believe in true love, soulmate, miracles, rainbows, sprinkles, fairies. Don't be afraid to go there and live in fantasy, live in rose-colored glasses, be the main character, because we need that once in a while in balance. But a lot of people shame themselves when they do that, as I did as well. When I was younger, I would shame myself for being so delusional and believing in love and believing in miracles. But like, why? Why? When I create my own fantasy, when I was being whimsical, it made me happy. So why would I shame myself for that? And it's not hurting anyone. It feels indulgent, but in a way that's needed when the reality, or when sometimes this world seems so harsh and so dark and so cruel. So I feel like being delusional is the best way to combat that, and the best way for me to keep going and pursue my goal. Because if you don't believe in higher power, or if you don't believe if you can attain those goals, what's the point? So the first part is just believe in the miracle. What helped me being in that mindset is like being more feminine, wearing skirts, bow, buy flowers, watch fantasy movie. Being delusional, believing in the impossible, is the first step to go after your goal, because if you don't believe you can do it, then you won't go for it. I feel like people live in two worlds, and I have lived in two worlds. There's one world where people don't believe in soulmates or true love, or like in a better world, and that's world one. World two is where people believe in soulmate, people believe in true love, people believe in a better world, believe in miracles. There's two worlds, and in the past I was in this world, but then I have enough of this world because it doesn't make me feel good. So I choose to live in this world. When you have a choice to live where love doesn't exist, but where love exists, of course I'm gonna choose the second world. And I feel like choosing to live in this second world changed my life. For the next lesson is, I think I said it in one of my poems, it's like, don't mistake your weakness for your sin. Everyone have a weakness, because everyone is human and no one is perfect. Everyone is flawed. To be shamed for our flaw is another thing. So it's up to you to not do that. stop. Because I mean, everyone fall into that, fall into that path where we do shame for our shortcoming. But I feel like I'm not doing that anymore because I'm human and I'm imperfect and I do have weakness, and everyone's weakness is different from each other. I recognize my own weakness is that I can't keep a consistent routine, and my weakness is that I can't tolerate certain behavior. Like I have my own standard and pet peeve, and I was made to shame for it. But I realized that it's just human and we are different and we all have different flaws, different things we can't and cannot tolerate. So I finally respect my own flaws, and if people use my own flaws and my own weakness against me, I feel like it used to work in the past and I would feel shameful for it, but it doesn't work anymore because I decided to accept who I am as a whole person, as accept my weakness for what it is, and accept that my weakness isn't a sin. I will not make that mistake again. I think I realized this when I was writing in my diary. There's a line that I wrote that said, we cannot change ourselves into becoming better. I try many times to become better, for example, have a better habit, a better routine, and I try to do that by shaming myself for not having it, for not having good routine or good habit. Shame myself to change, to become better. Newsflash, it doesn't work. You cannot shame yourself to become better. It doesn't work, and there's no becoming better because you were already the best. That's what I realized. It's just that when I just accept myself for who I am, or my bad habits, when I don't reprimand it or don't control it or try to change it, when I let myself be, I naturally change. Yeah, it's ironic. It's like that when you try, it doesn't work. But when you stop trying, it suddenly works. It's just so funny, right? But that happened a lot. The next lesson is ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Of course, one thing to consider is know who you should or could ask for help from, because someone can't generally help you. You need to know what type of help do you need. So yeah, don't be afraid. Don't feel shameful. Don't hate yourself when you need help. Don't be afraid either, because everyone needs help. You're human. You're not perfect. You can't do everything by yourself. You can't handle everything by yourself. It's so normal, and it should be normal for you to ask for help. In fact, it should be the first thing you do if you when you realize you need it. You don't need to prolong it and go I don't need help yet because I think I can handle it. To tie in with asking for help is also you need to learn to receive that help as well. I think I have that kind of problem myself. It's not that I have a hard time asking for help. I have no problem asking for help, help with direction. My problem lies in receiving help. As in, I have a little bit of hard time receiving things. If someone give me stuff gifts, I have a problem receiving that because I have to go do I have to give something back? Or if someone give me praise, I don't believe them. And I'm
you're just saying that.
It was worse in the past, but I learned to take it at face value and just receive the thing I got. If someone is praising me, instead of my reflex, my reaction to deny it, I just go thank you, receive it. Thank you so much. Learning to receive is another thing I'm currently learning as well. But yeah, it's great to spot that in myself. Being receptive is the hard part for me, but I'm getting better and I'm happy with that. Learn what is yours and what isn't. And I'm talking in terms of specifically responsibility, duties, and burdens. For example, if you are in a workplace and you are asked to do more than your position, then I think it's better for you to learn what's yours duty and what isn't. Because if you don't, that will lead to being burnout and being used, I think, and make you resentful, as well as being taken advantage of because you don't know your place And I'm saying that in the best possible way, like know your place, know your position, know your duty, know what is yours to carry, know what is your burden, know what's your like jurisdiction. My favorite phrase is none of my business and none of your business. I'm not saying that like in front of people. It's like for myself, it's like, for example, if you heard a rumor that someone is talking about you, I learned that it's none of my business. Unless they say it to my face, it's none of my business. And if someone want information from you, want to know about your life, but you don't want to talk about it and you don't want to give them that information because it's like entitlement energy. It's like, who are you to ask me about my life? So yeah, just go, it's none of their business in your head and go, oh, I'm sorry, I can't, like I don't want to talk about that. That's the polite answer. But in your head, just go, it's none of their business, because it really isn't. Like, know your business. I think that's the point I'm getting at. Just learn your business and your life will be more lighter, because you're not carrying other people's problem anymore. It's very eye-opening to learn that the happiness was just me taking other people's responsibility and burdens when in fact I don't have to. And that's eye-opening for me. It's not like they made me. It's just like I feel like I need to for some reason. And I realize that, yeah, I don't need to do that. It's too heavy. It's not my business. The most important view is how you see yourself. Ask yourself, how do you see yourself? How do you perceive yourself? What do you think of yourself? Is it good? Is it positive? Is it accepting? Is it judgmental? What is the voice in your head like say to you about yourself? So yeah, you can like try to see yourself as a third person and see what you think of. For example, like, what do I think of Nichola? If you investigate or write it out, it's very eye-opening, because sometimes we don't really think highly of ourselves and we might not notice. So it's good to notice when we're being mean to ourselves so that we can put a stop to it. Yeah, your self-perception, the will of yourself, is the most important will, I feel like, to listen to and to recognize. Next lesson is that I have to drill it in my head that free will exists, that I'm not trapped, that I'm free financially or geographically. Just to remind myself that I'm free to make any choices, and that this phrase that you're free to go, you're free to make this decision, this phrase really helped me get out of a lot of situations that I don't want to be in. And one thing that I can recognize my free will is that in the action that I do, for example, I dye my hair. Like, my hair is black, naturally black, so I dye my hair orange and then red, and then it's just to remind myself that I have free will and I can make any decision I want. I don't have to be stuck in a certain way, certain identity, certain situation. So yeah, I want to once in a while exercise my free will, just to remind myself that it's there and not forget it. Next lesson is no one owe you anything, and the best part is you don't either. And I'm talking in a general sense, not in like, if you borrow someone money, of course you owe that person the money. It's not that. It's more of like, for example, if you're waiting for an apology from some people in order for you to move on or like feel better, they don't owe you that. And I feel like it's more liberating to realize that no one owe you anything and you don't owe anyone anything. If someone is rude to you, they don't owe you their niceness. Everything is a choice. They don't owe you their kindness. If someone is kind to you, it's because of their decision. They decided to be kind to you. They decided to be nice to you. They don't owe that to you. So I always appreciate when people make an effort to be nice, to be kind, to give compliments, you know, out of their way to be helpful and be nice, because no one owe you anything. Yeah, it's just eye-opening. It's like something that I come to terms with, because I don't owe that either. I can choose to be mean to people. I can choose to not give compliment. I can choose to not reach out. I can choose to be like unhelpful. I can choose to be rude to employees, like to cashier. I can choose to not say thanks. I can choose that too. So because I don't owe that person my kindness or my niceness or my attention. But yeah, it's just a choice. So I always give kudos to people and myself, of course, when they go out of their way to reach out, to be nice, to be kind. Yeah. Always remember that you're the main character in your life. That's just very simple and to the point. You're the main character and you give main character energy. And if it's too much for some people or too cringy for some people, they feel like that because they're not the main character. So yeah, just accept that you're the main character of your life. Do not over-explain yourself. For example, if you're arguing with someone and you're trying to let them know that your point of view and explain to them that you didn't mean what they think you mean. And yeah, it's fine to explain once or twice, but if they're not listening to you, you don't have to over-explain yourself. Because some people are just hell-bent on seeing you a certain way and they have like an image of you in their head, like you're this person. Like for example, like you're rude, and even if you're not intending to be rude, if they clock you or if they brand you as a rude person, everything you do will always be rude to them.
It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
So you don't have to explain yourself because some people are not listening or will not listening. Yeah, when you recognize or when you realize that, oh, that person is not listening to me, that person already see me a certain way, then I'm not gonna say anymore. And yeah, I learned this lesson and it saved me a lot of time, a lot of energy. Yeah, I don't want to waste my time talking to someone who's from the start are not gonna listen. Yeah, when I clock that in someone, I just stay quiet and smile. Next lesson is journal. I would recommend journaling. I am still going strong with journaling. I nearly finished my 14 diaries. I've been journaling since I was young. I have 14 diaries, so it is a big part of my life and it has helped me many times. I would recommend it to anyone or everyone I meet to journal. Journal, journal, journal.
Write how you feeling, write out how you feel, write out the situation, write out your life.
Like I said before, when you write something, you can't lie to yourself. Go journal. Start journaling. It would be a life-changing experience. Next is simple. Give yourself 3 things: patience, faith, and love. I think that's self-explanatory, but be patient with yourself, have faith in yourself, and give love to yourself. Yeah. Become what you seek. I think this is one of the manifestation method, but if you want love, be more loving. If you want understanding from other people, be more understanding. If you want patience, give patience. So become what you seek. I always want to be understood by people. I want people to understand me, but I realized that to have that, I should be more understanding. I should extend my understanding of people first. And extending yourself first, they can decide if they want to reciprocate or not. If you want something, become that first. If you want love, be more loving. If you want someone to be vulnerable with you, start with yourself first. Be more vulnerable first. It's very hard because I feel like a lot of people want to take first, want to be given first, and quite reluctant to give themselves first, and that including me as well. Like I want people to be vulnerable with me, but I refuse to open up to people. So yeah, it's not gonna work. If you want something, you have to be that person first. And the last lesson, I believe, is study yourself. Learn who you are. You are the subject of your experiment. Study yourself as you would study your potential crush, as you would study a movie, a textbook, a text. You getting to know yourself in a deep level will be very benefit for your life going forward. When you know yourself, you know what you want, you know what you're okay with, you know who you are. It's such a freeing experience. Like it gave me so much peace, because if someone would come in and disturb my peace, telling me who they think I am or do something that I'm not okay with, I know myself enough to put a stop to that. And it's so freeing, and it feels so good to know myself in such an intimate level that I would not if I didn't intentionally seek that, if I didn't intentionally study myself or put effort into myself. Like journaling is one as well. When I journal, I know more of my thoughts, and I would always feel surprised about how I feel when I journal it out. I would go like, oh, that's how I feel. I didn't know, but I know now because I journal it out. So it's like that. Don't be afraid to, dabble in things. Makeup is one of the things that I wasn't comfortable with, as in like I always thought that I'm not the type of girl who would be into makeup, but apparently I don't know myself enough because now I love makeup, and I would never know that if I didn't give it a try. So don't be afraid to give it a try. Yeah, so okay, I think I've been talking forever, but those are the 27 lessons I have learned as a 27 years old. And in the past I would feel so panicky and kind of sad as I was getting older, but I have learned to appreciate my age, and I'm actually excited to get older, and I feel privileged to get older. I realize that as I get older, I feel more confident, I get more powerful, I feel more powerful, and I feel more connected to myself more than ever. So thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you learned some valuable lesson from this as well. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We post every Wednesday. Thank you. Bye bye.
I walk alone through this empty parade. Night falls so slow, stars don't glow.